Hello and welcome to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I am your host, Blake Walker. It is week 2 of the Iowa High School football season here in the CIML. We're excited to bring you tonight's episode just before getting you to our games of the week here on CISN. We got a lot to go over tonight. We got rankings, we got highlights of last week's games, we got coach interviews, more thoughts, and much more. Let's jump right into the highlights from our packed action of week 1. The Waukee Warriors taking on the Ames Little Cyclones week 1 action. A lot of upside to this Waukee team, and how about starting out big? With a 7-0 lead, Beckett Baker, the sophomore quarterback, goes 57 yards to the end zone for a touchdown. Beckett was a freshman starter all last year. A lot of people thought, how big do we see the sophomore improve? And he improves greatly. Looking like Trevor Lawrence running out there. Scores the touchdown, gives Waukee a 14-0 over Ames. Later, Grant Gamble, one of the two running back duo between him and Niall Eddy in the backfield. Gamble breaks out and gets all the way inside the 10, down inside close to the 5. Couple plays later, Baker on a rollout can use his legs, and then he can use his arm. He throws to the back of the end zone for a touchdown to Charlie Cross on the crossing pattern. A beautiful touchdown by the Warriors. Later, just before the end of the half, 21-7, Waukee on top. Baker throws it, tosses it up to Sage Yazzie for the touchdown. A nice floater. Waukee dominates 35-7. Beckett Baker, 228 total yards and 4 touchdowns. Ankeny versus Ankeny Centennial. The crosstown rival did not disappoint, an absolute barn burner. 10-0 Centennial leads. How about this bomb? 47-yard touchdown pass to Max Snyder. He finished with 2 touchdowns and 103 receiving yards. Centennial would go up 17-0, but Ankeny would crawl back. With 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, Larmy with a touchdown run right up the middle. Daniel punches the score in, and we are going to overtime at 24-all. What a game between these two. First play in overtime, it's Luke Anderson hitting Daniel Larmy again for a touchdown. Right inside the 5, down to the goal line. Larmy gives Ankeny a 31-24 lead to get things going in overtime. Trenton Smith, though, would respond. QB sneak right back up the middle. We are tied at 31-all. That means we're going to double overtime. In double overtime, on a 2nd and long, Smith back to throw. Hits Chase Shuddy, the tight end, in the back of the end zone. His only catch of the night, and it gives Centennial the lead, 38-31. Ankeny has to score to respond. Take a look at the replay again. A beautiful ball by Smith, a beautiful catch by Chase Shuddy. How about that for Centennial? Ankeny on the ensuing drive. Anderson, first game as a starting quarterback, throws on the run to Evan Erlmeyer, and he makes the grab. Tough grab in the end zone for the touchdown. It's 38-37. Ankeny is going to have to kick to tie the game up. They kick it, and it bounces off the upright, but hold on. There is a flag on the play. Centennial jumps off sides. So then Ankeny says, you know what, we're just going to go for the win. They try to go for 2, and Luke Anderson tosses a jump ball in the air. Double covered Devin Akers makes the grab and scores the 2-point conversion. Ankeny walks off crosstown rival Centennial. 39-38 is your final score. What a game for the Battle of Ankeny. We're on to our rankings now. We're going to look at Cedar Rapids Gazette's rankings of Class 5A right now. Southeast Polk is the number 1 team in the Gazette's rankings after their win over Valley, 24-18. Dowling Catholic, number 2 after their win over Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Johnston holds on in a close one against Waukee Northwest. They are 3rd. Valley 4th after the loss to the Rams. Ankeny up to 5th after their win over Ankeny Centennial. Lintmar comes in at number 6. Cedar Rapids Prairie upset Cedar Falls. They jump to number 7. Cedar Rapids Kennedy lost a good game to Dowling. They are 8th. And then tied for 9th, the Waukee Warriors, who defeated Ames, and Bettendorf, who took care of business against Pleasant Valley. That is your top 10 rankings, thanks to the Cedar Rapids Gazette. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with much more. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
It's the DeArmond Ford Summer Sales Event. Ford F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,750 rebate. FlexBuy must trade for 95 or newer. Get 2.9% for 60 months on the new Ford Expedition, Explorer, and Edge with additional bonus cash offers. And the all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,000 bonus cash plus 90 days, no payments. It's the Summer Sales Event at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. Blake Walker with you here this evening. Before we get to tonight's games, we got to talk to the coaches, and that's exactly what we did this week. I had the chance to sit down with Dowling Catholic head coach Tom Wilson and talk about the big game versus Valley tonight. Here with Dowling head coach Tom Wilson. Tom, first of all, congratulations on the win on Saturday of all times against Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Walk me through that game. Different game playing on a Saturday over at Kingston Stadium, but you guys pulled out a win. Walk me through it.
Yeah, it certainly was different just in our preparation. And last week it gave us the extra day. And then this week, obviously, it seems like we're down a day, which in a way we are. But we beat a good football team. I thought our kids went there and did a good job. Kennedy has some athletes. They've got a good offensive line. I thought their quarterback was outstanding. And we offensively were able to get things going. Rashad Davis on the ground had a great night, mixed in the passing game, and special teams kickoff return was very good. And I thought our run defense was excellent. So it was a good win for us, and glad to get off to a start like that.
You talk about Rashad Davis, and your offensive line probably played a huge part in that. Were there any other surprise players that just kind of jumped out to you, or anybody that had a pretty good game that you were just kind of waiting on to see how they played in week one?
Well, we started 3 sophomores on the defensive line, and another one played quite a bit. And I know that they're going to be a challenge for us. And defensively, they play hard. Again, good athletes all over the place. Defensive line wise, Ramez Naba is a problem. 44, their one defensive end. We saw a lot last year, and is a good player. And one of their leading tacklers is back in Castle from a year ago. And I think in the secondary they're going to be as athletic as anybody is. So they're a good team, and special teams wise, they always play very solid special teams, and we have to be at our best to win that phase.
What's practice look like this week? We're not as hot as we were last week, but it's going to get hot here as Thursday and Friday roll around. Did you learn anything from last week's prep that translated to Saturday? If guys were cramping up a little bit more, how are you going to go about this week in the heat?
Well, we're more practiced as normal this week. Last week we were 5:30 in the morning and avoided an awful lot of that, and that seemed to work out well for us when we played our game on Saturday. But Friday will be a different story, and it's going to be a little bit warmer than what we played in last weekend. But we feel like we've prepared ourselves for that, but you never really know until you get out in the elements and start playing.
You've been a part of many Dowling Valley rivalry games. Is there anything that sticks out? What do you like most about playing these guys?
Well, I just think it's an honor to play and to coach in the game, and it is a great rivalry. There's an awful lot of respect between both programs, and we've had our share of success, and so have they. And I think this will be another one that's very similar to the past several ones that we've had.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach, for your time. Good luck to you and your Maroons on Friday night.
All right. Thank you.
Dowling Catholic's opponent tonight, the Valley Tigers, head coached by Gary Swenson. His team looks ready to go after a loss to Southeast Polk last week. We sat down with him and asked him how he prepares for the Dowling Valley rivalry.
Joining us now is West Des Moines Valley head coach Gary Swenson, and thanks for joining us, Coach. And let's first talk about that opener. What'd you like, and what do you need to improve on here as you head into your second game?
We got plenty to work on. I think when you play teams like that, it exposes areas of need. And we knew going in, with that being the first game, it's not like we had a break-in period for some of our young guys, but we competed. I like the fact that we hung in there, and if we could have gotten a stop on their last drive, which we knew was going to be tough because we were just wearing down, we were down 6, but we never could get the ball back, and we wasted opportunities offensively. But I have to credit what is an outstanding defense for them. They're so talented across the board defensively. Boy, you really have to earn your first downs and your points. We just didn't convert any third downs. I think we had a couple for the night, and you can't win games doing that. I think we only ran 45 or 46 plays. If you can't run in the upper 50s to mid 60s offensively when it comes to snap count, you're not going to win many games.
Then Zay Robinson is out, right?
He is, yes.
And that's a big loss because he's one of those guys that you never know when he's going to go the distance for you.
Well, it's certainly, no, yeah, I agree. It certainly was a blow that we would have preferred not anybody getting hurt, but when probably your most legitimate playmaker goes down, you got to make some adjustments.
But that's always an opportunity for others to step in and try to fill that role, isn't it?
Well, that's the way you have to look at it. I mean, you're not going to stop playing. I mean, you still got a schedule to play, and you still got good teams to play. So, we'll figure out at some point here what we are, and hopefully we'll end up being a competitive team.
Speaking of good teams, Dowling, once again, they're always a good team. They're it looks like got a good ground game going in the opener anyway. And what do you see out of them that you need to do to win this ball game?
Well, you said it. If we can't corral Rashad Davis, we're going to be in for a long night. And, CJ Phillips from Southeast Polk was a handful, and I think Rashad is every bit as good or better, and he's running behind a comparable offensive line with probably a more mobile quarterback. And I just think they're going to be a tough out for anybody all season. So we'll see. I'm hopeful that we can be a better football team than we were last week. If that's the case and it's still not good enough, that's the way it is. But if we can have improved, I'll feel good about and we give great effort, then it's going to, the chips are going to fall. So we'll see.
We liked in the media talk a lot about the rivalry and that. And is it still, that potent to the players, is it still, we want to get out there and win this, and just because it's who's on the other side? Well,
it's always been a good game. It's always been a rivalry. I mean, I'm sure our kids and coaches would cite them as our main rival, and I would assume they would do the same, just because of the proximity of the two schools and the fact that these kids today especially grew up around each other and know each other. So it creates a little more interest in the game. But, outside of the night you play, maybe a few days leading up, it's just like any other game on your schedule. I mean, when we get ready to play Johnston next week, it isn't going to be like our players are any less excited or have less of a desire to win. But certainly if you had them list who they'd like to beat, the top of their list would be this game, no question.
Right. And you mentioned that Johnson coming up. This is you have to improve every week, don't you? Because of the schedule that you have. And of course, that's naturally what you want to see out of the team is improve and do what each week get a little bit better, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. And we're all playing each other. I mean, everybody's got a competitive schedule in what used to be the CIML. From a football standpoint, it's not that anymore, but we were just kind of like, wow, when we saw who we had right out of the gate. I mean, the first 3 games, these are the other 3 teams from last year's semifinals. So there needed to be expedited ability and improvement every week, or you're just not going to be successful.
All right. Well, once again, we appreciate you taking a little time out to talk with us prior to the game, and good luck on Friday night, Coach.
Thank you, Dart.
That's Valley head coach Gary Swenson here on CISN.TV.
Thank you to the coaches, as always, that come out and reach out, and we talk to them every Friday for your CISN football pregame show. We appreciate all the insight. We'll be back with more. You're watching the CISN football pregame show.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com. The Armin Ford Summer Sales Event. Ford F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,750 rebate. Flex buy must trade for 95 or newer. Get 2.9% for 60 months on the new Ford Expedition, Explorer, and Edge with additional bonus cash offers. And the all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,000 bonus cash plus 90 days, no payments. It's the Summer Sales Event at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Stand by. We're on.
Welcome to Valley Stadium, home of tonight's rivalry game. It's one of the top rivalry games in the state, in the country. It's Dowling Catholic versus the West Des Moines Valley Tigers. Blake Walker, Dar Danielson with you here this evening on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Dar, these two teams met 2 times last year. Dowling got away with a 35-3 win in the regular season. Dowling got to when it counted at the Unidome for a victory, a 22-21 victory. Dowling has had this circled since that game last November.
Yeah, and that snapped a 5-game win streak and for Dowling, and Dowling has won 7 out of the last 10 here, but Valley put it together in that magical playoff run, and now it's back to the regular season, second game of the season, and still a lot of question marks surrounding both these two teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dowling Catholic, a win over Cedar Rapids Kennedy last Saturday, 38-21. Valley coming off the loss to the two-time defending champion Southeast Polk, 24-18. Like you said, what do you got? You'll know what you got tonight. It is a almost sold out, it looks like, crowd here at Valley Stadium. This is one of the best rivalries in the state. It's one of the oldest rivalries in the state, and we have a great night of football ahead. As week 2, an early meeting between these two teams. It's going to be a fun time all across the board. Andrew Schumacher will line this one up. He'll get ready to kick it back to Isaiah Pinks and Noah Craycraft. Dowling Valley, we're underway here in week 2 of the Iowa high school football season. This one will go back to the end zone, and it will be out for a touchback. And out comes the Valley offense. 18 points last week. Dar, not really big statistically, but their defense seemed to be the bright spot, but Swenson's talked about getting that offense rolling.
Well, and Gary Swenson said he thought that Southeast Polk is going to be one of the better defenses they'll face. He was pleased with the play. Caleb Jewell, the quarterback, he said he was really pleased with that. And, of course, they lost one of their stars on offense, and so he was all do everything. So we'll see how they recover from that here moving forward.
Caleb Jewell is the quarterback. The senior had 129 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions last week in the loss to Southeast Polk. It's a handoff to Damon Head, and he is ripped down in the backfield. Nowhere to go as Keevy Fort is in the backfield to make the play for Dowling Catholic.
Well, that Dowling defense ready to go early on. And, yeah, he couldn't turn the corner, got no blocking there, and loses 2.
Heavy pressure up front by Dowling's defense. Gave up 21 points in the win against Cedar Rapids Kennedy. That Cedar Rapids Kennedy team will be one of the top teams to beat out in eastern Iowa, so not a bad showing for the Maroons.
And for Valley, what they want to do, they want to possess the ball and shorten the game up because of that heavy Dowling running game, which we'll talk about a little bit more later.
Jewell on second down will roll out. He cuts upfield, got a little bit of yardage. He'll get upfield for about a gain of 3 or 4, and it'll set up a third down and about 8 for Valley's offense to start the drive.
Good, just loosen up the defense a little bit and run out of that pocket.
Valley, like I said last week, not big offensive numbers, 156 total passing yards, just 61 yards on the ground. But like we said, it was the defense that we wanted to keep an eye on. Third down and long for Valley. Jewell back to throw, fires a dart to his intended receiver, and it gets batted out of the air. Good job by Dowling's Jacob Kruger to get his hand in there, and it'll be 3 and out for Valley's offense.
Yeah, he played good man-to-man on that receiver as he picked him up, came right up to him, and he turned and he came right in and put the hand in there and knocked it away.
Good start for Dowling Catholic's defense. All started with that big sack or a tackle for loss, back in the backfield. Sets themselves up well. Trey Wilson is back to receive the punt along with another one. We'll catch that number here in a second. As Valley will get ready to punt this one away to start the drive. Punt on the way by Jewell. Wilson will come up and make the grab. Fair catch was called. He's going to get great field position, Dar, at the 47, and we set up Dowling Catholic's offense.
Yeah, and Dowling Catholic, they last week got 4 rushing touchdowns from Rashad Davis, and on the ground, that big offensive line, the longest one was only 18 yards, so they ground it down, and he was able to find pay dirt when they got in there close, and so
the big boys up front played a huge factor in that win against Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Rashad Davis split reps last year with C.J. Phillip. C.J. Phillip transferred to Southeast Polk. Curtis Horace, the top receiver for Dowling. He's a transfer from Colfax Mingo. He had 15 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards. Here's Cataldo on first down. He'll throw a dart to the sideline, and this one's caught by Trey Wilson. He'll get upfield for about 5 or 6 yards. It'll be second down and short.
Yeah, just a simple down and out to start out the ball game here. Picks up some good yardage on first down.
Dante Cataldo, 8 carries last week for 47 yards. He can tuck and run the ball. 11 of 13 passing, 134 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. He just got the job done. Started behind Jackson Smolik last year, the now Penn State quarterback. On second and short, Cataldo fires over the middle. He's got a man. First down and more, and Dowling Catholic is off and running. It's a dart over the middle to Hank Brown, the senior wide receiver.
And the fake to Rashad Davis kind of froze that secondary. He put it right in there. Beautiful fake, as you'll see here. Right in the belly, pulls back, looks, and hits him down the seam for the first down.
The Maroons are moving early. Rashad Davis to Cataldo's right, 2 wide receivers to the right as well. On first down and 10 for the Maroons at the 21. Davis carries near side. Davis makes a cut. Davis in the clear. Touchdown, Dowling Catholic. Rashad Davis. 5th touchdown of the season, and the Maroons strike quick.
21 yard. And not easy to diagnose that. Just hand it to him, and he put on the Jets.
I tell you what, they had all those wide receivers on the far right side. Nobody was on the left side. It forced Valley's linebackers to make a play that they could not. Rashad Davis, 5th touchdown of the new year. And Andrew Schumacher will attempt the extra point. And it is good. Dowling Catholic makes it look easy on drive number 1. 7-0, they lead over Valley. We'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
We're back.
Welcome back to Valley Stadium. Dowling Catholic strikes first. 7-0 lead over Valley. Andrew Schumacher will line this one up and kick it right back to the Tigers. Trying to get some momentum rolling as the Maroons strike first. As this kick is sent high and back, won't have a chance, sails in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, it was a 3 and out for Valley and a 3 and in the end zone for Dowling here on the first 2 series. So you can't, Valley can't say, well, we're in a it's a long way to go here yet, but you got to get the offense going pretty quickly here after seeing that defense, and that's exactly what Coach Swenson said we got to do. He said if we can't stop Rashad Davis, it's going to be a long, long night.
Yeah, it is. Valley's first drive stalled on the first play after Kiwi Fort, the defensive lineman, got in there to make a play. And now the Tigers have to reset offensively. Julie's got 2 men in the backfield to move the tight end in motion. On first down, here's Damon Head. Runs into traffic. He won't get much. Maybe got half a yard. And it'll be second down and long upcoming. Damon Head last week, 10 carries, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Tough sledding all across the board for Valley against the Rams. Jay Crownover, the tight end, moves to the right side of the field. Here is Jewell on second and long, fires long and misses wide. And we're going to have a flag late as a tough injury here in the backfield. Jewell goes down screaming in pain. I don't know if he was hit late. Clearly he was hit late.
Yeah, I was watching the receiver, so I didn't see, but that
immediately went to holding his left knee.
Looks like we might have a late.
Yeah, there was. There was a late flag. It was a late hit, but Caleb Jewell down hard in pain. So we'll step aside, and we'll get you updates when we come back. Dowling on top 7-0. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of Central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
It's the DeArmond Ford Summer Sales Event. Ford F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,750 rebate. Flex buy must trade for 95 or newer. Get 2.9% for 60 months on the new Ford Expedition, Explorer, and Edge with additional bonus cash offers. And the all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,000 bonus cash plus 90 days, no payments. It's the Summer Sales Event at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Caleb Jewell has been helped off the field and into the medical tent. We're not going to show the replay, but he got hit, not late, but got hit pretty close after he passed the ball, went right into his left leg and went down hard. Not how you want to see a contact. So now Trevor Willett jumps in at quarterback. He went 2 for 3 in the game against Southeast Polk for 27 yards. Welcome to Dowling Valley.
Yeah, comes in and only threw a couple passes so far this season.
Well, hope for the best for Caleb Jewell, but
yeah,
did not look great on the injury. They carried him off. So we'll give you updates when we get him. Willett on first down to Damon Head. Head barrels forward. He's going to get about 7 or 8. That's a good start for Valley's offense.
Yeah, that's how you're going to take care of the problem with the quarterback if you run the ball, run it up the gut.
As if this game wasn't already chippy as it is, it's a rivalry game. There's definitely a little bit more extra pushing and shoving after the fact. You got to keep everyone in check here. But a crucial drive for Valley after the start that Dowling Catholic had.
Yeah, just to get down the field and show that your offense can get moving a little bit. Tough spot for Willett, but
it'll be second down and 3 from the 43. Willett fires short. Damon Head fell to the ground. Didn't even have a chance. He tripped trying to make his cut, and it'll be third down and short for Valley's offense. Turf Monster ate him up there.
Yeah, and that's, had he caught it, he had a little momentum and probably might have been able to get the first down there, but still you got third and short here, so you got a lot of options, run or pass.
Head checks out of the ball game. They'll go Darius Mason, the junior, in the backfield here. 3 wide receivers out left. You got the tight end here to the right on the line on 3rd and 3 for Willett. Willett fires back to Mason. Mason upfield. He is going to be just short. Just short. About 4th down and inches is going to be the call. And now it's decision time for Valley's offense. What do you do? Looks like they are going to go for it.
And maybe this early in the game you go for it. The thing is, too, you got a guy off the bench at quarterback, so you ask him to sneak or,
Zach Schemper, the big tight end, jumps in. They're going to go under center with Willett. On 4th and inches, play at the line. It's going to be real close. I don't think he got it.
At first it looked like he did, but then there was a little surge.
Back judge says they got it, and they did. So Valley moves the chains on a huge 4th down call into your own territory. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
I think I said earlier Darius Mason was out, but what I meant was Zay Robinson was out.
Zay Robinson just announced this past week out with shoulder surgery. He will not return.
Well, in this game, you got to feel like you can make a break here and there when you can, and here they get an extra set of downs.
They go a jet sweep. Jaden Brown tries to cut it upfield, and he'll be down for about 2 or 3. Be 2nd down and about 7 to go.
Head will come back in. One thing they have is they have a little depth at running back that they can move guys in and out here for Valley.
Yeah, they're able to switch out the tight ends just a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7 here for Valley.
So far it's been pretty good coverage in the secondary for Dowling. They have not let the receivers get much separation.
6:37 to go. Willett almost fumbles the snap. Damon Head gets a carry ahead for about 2 or 3. It'll set up another 3rd down and short situation. Slow and steady, and I'm sure Valley is going to stay slow and steady with the quarterback.
Yeah, burn that clock up a little bit too after seeing the 3-play scoring drive by Dowling.
Well, and that's the thing. How much do you trust? I mean, he's a senior. How much do you trust the quarterback in that situation? Have not seen Caleb Jewell back out for the medical tent. So,
well, I'm sure there was a battle between the two.
I bet there was. Yeah,
they know well what both can do because you had that in the preseason camp.
Absolutely. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for Willett. He pitches outside to Mason. Mason gets to the edge. He is going to be close again. I think he's going to have just enough.
Well, he had a good nose for it. Got that shoulder down, driving for the line, and I think he's got it. Yeah.
Mason's big, 5'11", 219. That's another Valley 1st down. They're just going to keep chipping away here on the offensive side. And you never know. We haven't seen Willett's arm yet today, but he could have a cannon, and then you open up the passing game just a little bit more.
Yeah, you start getting the defensive backs cheating up a little bit with that run, and then maybe you can get somebody deep.
The whole field now in the shade of the stadium here. It's been a hotter day. I think we got to upper 80s today.
Yeah, but still nothing like last week. But apparently that's coming tomorrow. Oop,
We're going to have a timeout. Timeout by Valley. So the Tigers will take a timeout. We'll take one with them. Dowling on top, 7-0. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Dowling Catholic on top of Valley, 7-0. It'll be first down and 10. We do have an update for you on Caleb Jewell. He is down on the sideline with his jersey off and crutches, so don't expect him to see him the rest of the night. Willett, his backup, throws right over the middle to Jaden McGregory, and McGregory drops it. And it'll be second down and long coming up for the Tigers.
Well, there's where you got to have other guys step up and make plays for this quarterback. He got a little pressure late, but he stood right in there and fired it right into the chest of his receiver.
He looked good in warm-ups. I watched him a little bit when he was throwing around for pregame. So, I mean, he's a fine quarterback. He can get the job done. Obviously, it stinks for Caleb Jewell. Obviously, his teammates have been giving him love on the sideline, but you just hate to see it. We hope the best for him, but we'll see how he goes after this evening. Already bad, no Zay Robinson, so Valley's injury luck has not been great. Willett on second and long. He'll fire deep downfield to about the 36-yard line, and it is caught by Noah Craycraft. Sets up for a more manageable third down and about 4 or 5.
Yeah, and he had to come back for that pass. Otherwise, he did the right thing. He went down to the first down marker, but he had to come back to get the ball, so he ended up losing a couple yards there. But still, like you say, it'll be manageable third down here.
It'll be third down, and they haven't put it up on the board yet, but we're going to say about 3rd and 4. Yep, it is. 5:35 to go here in the first quarter. Valley trying to march. Willett to Head. Head makes a cutback. Will push into traffic, and he will have enough for the first down. It's another Tiger first down, and Valley continues to move the ball.
We've seen Head. He's a good put his head down and drive type of runner. The junior, he can put his head down, go inside. He can also go outside if he has to. So this is exactly the drive Valley wanted after the score by Dowling. They're getting out there, they're picking up some yardage, they're burning off some clock.
This is what Gary Swenson definitely likes. That's his MO when it comes to football. Slow and methodical, and it's causing Dowling a lot of problems here as they continue to move down the field.
As they started with about 10 minutes to go here, now they've
Willett
chewed that off.
With time, steps up in the pocket, runs out of time. Did he get back to the original line of scrimmage? He did. Good job by Valley's line to at least give him a little bit of time, but just not enough on it. It'll be second down at 10.
Well, I was wondering, it looked like he could have pulled it down and got a lot of yards early, but he stuck with his receivers looking downfield, and then he had to, as the pocket collapsed, pull it down and run.
Yeah, I had A.J. Crownover, the tight end, in the middle, but just didn't get it to him in time. They had to switch a couple things up, so 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right on second down at 10 here. Willett, here comes the blitz, and he runs out of time. Down he goes. The Maroons get there in the backfield, headed by Dylan Manning, the junior linebacker who had 7.5 tackles last week. This kid is pretty good.
Yep, nowhere to go, just had to eat that one. Well timed off the outside, and a big loss.
Either a halfback draw is coming or a shot downfield. Gregory is on the wrong side. He'll jump over to the near side. Noah Craycraft trying to help him out. Third down and a mile for Valley. Willett with time, rolls to his right, looking, has to get rid of it. He does not. He's dropped down to the backfield. It's Manning again. That's a quarterback that hasn't played a lot of snaps.
Yeah, he saw Crownover down the field, but he was hesitant to let it go. But on third down, if you throw it down deep and it gets picked off down there, that's not as bad as a punt. And your punter is out injured too. Because Kroll was the punter also. So
yeah, now you're in a tough spot. So I believe Damon Head is the punter here, and it is. So Head will be the punter.
Be the backup punter then.
Leafker is back to receive. This is a high wobbling punt. Actually, it's Trey Wilson. This one will drop inside the 20. Actually, it'll get back to about the 20. Yeah, it'll be dropped at the 20. So We'll see what's on tap here for Dowling's offense. Dar, it's been a while since they've been on the field, so they're well rested.
Yeah.
If they needed it.
And they went pretty quick work on the first drive. 2 passes and a run, and they were in the end zone. So we'll see here with 3:18 to go in the first quarter what they do. And we'll see if the Valley defense, they've had a little time over there on the sideline to talk about some of this. We'll see if they were able to kind of get things straightened out a little bit too.
A lot of time to think about it, a lot of time to reset defensively and offensively. Let's see what the Maroons got dialed up on offense. Trey Wilson is the man in motion. Rashad Davis up a little bit. Cataldo in the shotgun. Cataldo on a QB draw up the middle. Makes a couple guys miss, and he'll get a good chunk of yardage. It'll be about 2nd and 3. Nice QB draw. Calling his known number.
Yeah, and they put a man in motion to kind of pull everybody over to that side over there, covering the receivers, and he had just kind of a wide open field.
Nice short gain for Cataldo. Again, ran for 47 yards last week in the win against Cedar Rapids Kennedy. That game was on a Saturday, a rare Saturday game up at Kingston Stadium. Obviously, Kingston Stadium used pretty much on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that game had to be played on Saturday. Rashad Davis waited and found space and got upfield for a first down. He is so impressive, just waiting and waiting in the backfield, and then once he finds a lane, he's going to take it.
Yeah, just picked his way through there, waiting for his big blockers up front.
He'll have to sit for one play.
They're talking about Cole Weebley, the defensive tackle, the senior. His helmet came off mid-play, so he's going to have to sit out a play. Under 2.5 to go here in the first. Dowling up 7-0 over Valley. Davis waiting. Pushes up through the middle, and he's going to get a good chunk of yardage as the pile continues to push him forward. It'll be 2nd down and short coming up. Dar, you talked about it in the opening. This Dowling offensive line is legit.
Yeah, they're getting a surge about 5 yards up the field.
Yeah.
And then the back gets there, and then he pushed ahead a little bit more. So, yeah, trying to find a way to plug those holes up the middle with those big offensive linemen. And that wears on you as you go through the game,
yeah,
too.
It does. It does. 2nd down and 3. They got 3 wide receivers to the right. Cataldo and his offense continue to march. Play fake. Cataldo, pressure from behind, fires downfield. He's got a man. Caught inside the 40, and up to get it is number 8, Gage Olson, I believe.
And Theron Castle came through on the blitz and just got a hand on him as he was releasing that, and he was strong enough to get it out there and elude the blitz.
It was Matthew Kerner. Matthew Kerner was the wide receiver who makes the grab. It's Kerner's first catch of the season, it looks like. And a beautiful play. Boy, Cataldo had somebody screaming off the back end. He's lucky.
Yeah, that was Castle. But
Dowling continues to march, trying to open up the passing game just a little bit more. 1st and 10 at the 36. Play fake. Cataldo downfield. He's got a man. 1st down and more again. Hank Brown. I tell you what, the play fakes are really doing numbers for Valley's linebackers.
Yeah, he faked to that middle guy and then went outside to Brown, and everybody just kind of froze in that secondary, and Brown splits 2 defenders and makes the catch.
The Maroons making it look easy here on offense. Really no pressure by the Tigers, trying to keep everything in front of them here. Now the playbook's wide open.
Chance Davis might touch the ball here.
Wilson from left to right on 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Cataldo got pressure, immediately balls out. Balls on the ground,
like
Valley's got it.
Yep.
The Tigers dial up the blitz, and it's a big-time play by number 44, Kelvin Dacey. He had a man wide open over the middle, but Valley got there first, and a huge turnover forced by the Tiger defense.
Opportune time when they're driving, looked like they're driving easily for another score. He faked to Davis, and then
I think the fake is what stopped it. I mean,
Yeah.
if the blitz was coming immediately, and that time Valley just got there in time, and a miscue by Dowling. Not really a miscue, it was just great play call.
Great defense
by Valley.
So yeah, they blitzed at the right time.
They will take it. Tigers get it back. Big stop. 58 seconds to go here in the first. Willett to Head. Head with a burst. Damon Head up the field, and he's going to get down up to about second down and 1 will be the upcoming play here as we wind down the end of the quarter.
Boy, a little momentum for that big defensive play and the turnover there for the offense.
And Cataldo, I mean, we talk about Willett being new. Cataldo only his second ever start, really. I mean, he just not. We haven't seen him play a lot. He hasn't gotten a ton of action. Was good last week, very consistent in the air, but you know, it's a big game for him too. Big rivalry game.
And he was playing behind a guy who's going to a division.
Yeah.
So tough, but you know.
Yeah. Head. Got a burst up the middle. He's going to have enough for a first down, and that will do it for the end of the first quarter. Do not go away. We've got a little bit of everything brewing here in Valley Stadium. 7-0 is your score. Dowling Catholic is on top, and it looks like they might give one more play. Nope, the clock's going to keep ticking. We'll switch sides. We'll do it over again. 7-0. Dowling Catholic on top of Valley. We'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Blazing hot vehicle in the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exact.
Welcome back to Valley Stadium. 7-0. Dowling Catholic on top of Valley. This is a handoff to Darius Mason. Mason gets ahead. We're going to have a flag down for a holding. Blake Walker, Dar Danielson with you here this evening. Dar, a pretty competitive first quarter. That fumble, Dowling's fumble inside the red zone pretty much has set this thing into a little bit of a, not a spiral, but it's definitely changed the game, that's for sure.
And that's been the nature of this game, too. Even, you know, it always seems like one team looks like they've been ready to pull away in this series, and the other team comes up and does something. That's one thing that Valley cannot afford is penalties like that, as that's their first penalty for holding.
So a holding call it is. It will back them up for a first down and 20. And we'll see how Valley's offense can get back going here. Again, backup quarterback in for the Tigers. Trevor Willett. That ball's on the ground. Dowling jumps on top of it. No, they're going to say incomplete pass. They're going to say it's not going to count, so forward pass. It'll be down for a incomplete pass. Still waiting on that big play for Valley. We've seen a lot of quick plays, but haven't really seen anything.
They haven't been able to go down the field or, no.
It's been pitch and catch for the most part so far for Valley, but trying to get things back rolling a little bit.
Looking for that big play receiver who can break out.
Dante Skirarada in motion. Willett fires to him, and it's picked off.
Nope.
No, it's not. It's on the turf. I thought it was jumped in front of by Kenny James, but they're going to say it was on the ground. He made a heck of an effort for it. Good call by the official, and Willett catches a break. Kind of tried to force it a little bit into double coverage.
Yeah, and that's a little something with working with the receivers, too.
Third down and long for Valley. We've seen him in this spot before. Trying to get things straightened back out.
A little bit farther than what?
Yeah, I think it was 3rd and 19 last time, so a little bit longer. They'll just go ahead with Damon Head, and Head actually is going to get a good chunk of yardage. Yeah. He would have a first down if it was at the 10 marker, but it'll be 4th down and 9 upcoming, and Valley will be forced to punt.
But that does help you out on the punt. It gives you a little more yardage.
Trey Wilson will be back to receive this one. So Damon Head will be the one to punt, and Trey Wilson will be back to receive. Head just gets it off, but this is a sky-high punt. And it gets a Valley bounce.
That time, wow.
It'll bounce all the way to about the 28-yard line, and that is where Dowling will set up shop.
That's effective. He got it up, and then the returner didn't want to come over under that, and he got the good bounce.
If you're Dowling, there is a positive in a way, because you got to think about it. You have moved the offense with ease. If it wasn't for that turnover, it'd probably be 14-0. So it's not like Dowling has been stopped on defense per se, but they definitely have been slowed at least.
Well, the turnover forced by great defensive call, to just.
Well, they haven't really gone to Rashad Davis a ton. He has his touchdown, but it's been Cataldo in the air. That's been the main difference maker so far for the Maroons. Cataldo, play fake, fires short. This is caught by Hank Brown, and Hank Brown continues to make guys miss. He's going to have enough for the first down and more, and the Maroons will move the chains.
Yeah, Gage Olson had him in coverage there and gave him plenty of a cushion, and then once they winged it out there to the flat, he was putting the moves on.
Yeah.
Went straight ahead.
The play action / play fakes are really catching Valley off guard. You and I have talked about it tonight so far, but it's just stunning Valley just for a second that makes them rethink how they want to go out defensively. So, I don't know. It sets you up a little differently here. Curtis Horace, near side.
And they got a little fear of letting those Dowling receivers get behind them. They're big, tall, fast receivers.
Davis waiting on a couple guys, and he'll go down for about 4.
Now, he got 4 yards, but that was a pretty good job of plugging up the inside with that Valley defensive line.
Well, and you're running off right tackle. Big number 79, Isaiah Seymour, 6'4", 305. He is a big kid at right tackle. That whole line is big, but it gives you a good opportunity here for Dowling Catholic on offense to at least give yourself a chance in the running game. Ian Middleton in the backfield as well now with Rashad Davis. Davis will go out in motion. Cataldo will go to him. Davis breaks a couple tackles and gets away. Davis has the first down. And what looked like could have been a loss. Rashad Davis makes something out of nothing.
That was all personal effort on his part because Valley diagnosed it pretty well. They were right out there. But you can't just get around his ankle and hope to pull him down. And he kept moving and gets the first down out of nothing. Into Valley territory.
5 wide for Dowling Catholic. Cataldo can run, so keep an eye on this. 3 wide receivers to the right, to the left. Cataldo looking quick. Pressure has to roll out. Cataldo eyes downfield and gets out of bounds for a gain of about 2. That was a good play. Kept his eyes downfield, gets out of bounds.
Good coverage in the secondary, good pressure up front by the defense of Valley.
Great play all across the board by both teams. Smart decision by Cataldo, and it'll be second down and 8. 9:07 to go here in the first half. 7-0 Dowling Catholic on top. It's been a slow game so far. Both teams trying to find rhythm. Dowling has been in rhythm on offense. Just that fumble really set them back. They'll set each other apart here on 2nd and long. Cataldo, play fake, wide open over the middle. Misses his man. Jake Scow had to readjust for it, and Cataldo couldn't drop it in the breadbasket.
Yeah, he was looking over the left shoulder, and it came over the right. He tried to readjust, but We'll see it here again.
A breakdown here defensively by Valley's defense.
He starts out inside and cuts in down there, and you see had to come back over the other shoulder.
Yeah, missed it over that right shoulder. This is a big third down. I feel it might be 4-down territory no matter what for Dowling, but they'll go 5 wide again, so they like something they saw. Cataldo on 3rd and long. Has time, fires over the middle, and he misses his man again. Hank Brown was wide open. And there, Cataldo,
you had 3 Valley defenders back there, and Darius Mason and Andrew Price are talking to each other about something. Somebody missed the coverage on picking him up. And luckily, he couldn't get the ball to it.
That's 2 big misses. I mean, he was wide open. So Cataldo misses on 2 of his big plays. He'll go back to the sideline and reset. And Valley, big stop. Forced.
Yep, Pinks will drop back to receive the punt.
This should be Zach Smid punting here for Dowling. Like you said, Pinks is back to receive. He'll call for the fair catch and make it inside the 15. Not great starting position at about the 12, and Valley's offense will set back up.
Yeah, and I think that's why they punted it too, because you can push them back, and Valley's not shown the big play ability yet here. So far, when they've gone up the field, they've done it in small bunches. So smart move here, and Dowling thinking, well, if we hold them, we get the ball back, we should gain a little field position maybe.
Trevor Willett, backup quarterback, leads his team back out on the field. If you're just joining us, Caleb Jewell went down in the first quarter on the first drive of the game, took a very tough hit to the knee. He's on the sideline with no jersey and crutches on.
Well, second drive, wasn't it?
Second drive, yeah.
Went 3 and out, and then the second drive, he went down.
Damon Head gets the carry on the right side, and he has got nothing going. Dowling's D-line is all over this running attack by Valley. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So we hope for the best for Caleb Jewell, but it's up to the other senior, Trevor Willett, who came into tonight 2 of 3 passing for 27 yards.
So far, it doesn't look like the Valley receivers, they haven't been able to spread the field out a little bit and present any danger here to the Dowling secondary.
Last time these 2 teams played the Unidome, 22-21, Valley with the win. Willett, they'll go screen play to Head. Head tries to get forward, but there is just nothing going. He'll get positive yardage. It'll be about 3rd down and 4 or 5.
That was set up, but his lineman almost got way too far ahead of him.
Yeah.
They were out there in the open, and they were about 5 yards ahead of him, and then the defenders were able to cut through him. So that play got spread out just a little bit more than you want to, because he's the kind of back to get in there behind those blockers, and find the seam. But big 3rd down.
Yeah, it is big. And you're so deep in territory, like you said, Dar. It's a chess match between Wilson and Swenson, because now you set your defense up in a good spot. Willett, play fake, rolls out, sets his feet, fires downfield, and it is way over the top of the intended receiver's head. Yeah, I think that was Manning again who got back there and laid out Trevor Willett, and it'll be a punt for Valley.
Looking for Craycraft, and
take a look at the replay.
Yeah. And it was a hard angle for him to throw, too. As you see here, he has to set and throw, and there's just no way to follow through or anything.
He took a hit, too.
Took the shot.
I tell you what, Manning back there for Dowling, Dylan Manning, just a junior, 6'2", 200. He is massive. He is going to be so big for Dowling these next 2 seasons. The Maroons are dialing up the pressure. Head sends this one high in the air, and back to get it is Dowling. And the ball came out again! Ball on the ground! Valley has it! Oh my goodness, special teams saved the day for the Valley Tigers, and the Maroons have fumbled for the 2nd time tonight.
Well, I tell you what, the punt was great, though, because it was high, and the guy catching it. Look at it. He has to go back and catch it on the run, and then he gets hammered from behind, and then a little push ahead there. That was Ty Walsh pushed it back to his teammate.
Cam Krabari was the one who made the play. Matthew Kerner was the one that fumbled.
And Walsh pushed it back to him.
Boy.
And man,
I tell you what, you don't see these mistakes out of Dowling.
we talked about Dowling getting good field position off the punt. Well, it turned out Valley did after the fumbled punt.
How about special teams making the play? 7:08 to go here in the first half. And we're going to have a false start. Somebody jumped on Valley's O-line. So they're going to back it up. Not helping themselves.
No, that's what you absolutely can't have if you're Valley. Get behind the line early, and that's
5-yard penalty. Remaining first down.
So they'll back it up, and it'll be first down and 15 from the 47 of Dowling.
I wonder if they could get head open out in the flat on the pass and let him get going a little bit. He's shown a little ability there, although he's been able to run it up the middle okay. But
well, and, we don't know if Trevor can run, so that's another thing. Willett almost loses the ball. Damon Head, he'll wait and find his way through traffic, gets positive yards. It'll be about 2nd and 10, or 2nd and 12, coming up. Even if you can get 3 here.
Yeah, I was just saying, any points, but how big if you get a score on the board and tie this up late into the half when it's looked like you've been on your heels and the potential of going down a couple scores here, but two Dowling fumbles rather. And how many times do you hear coaches say turnovers, turnovers, turnovers?
Yeah, absolutely. Second and 12, caught over the middle. First down and more. Valley's offense starting to roll. A.J. Crownover with a great play.
6'4" tight end, senior. Just had him right up the seam there.
Take a look at the replay.
Straight over. And boom.
Took a hit.
He gave us about as good as he got, though.
Yeah, he did. First down and 10, 3 wide receivers to the right. Head up the middle, breaking tackles and barreling forward. First down, Valley. Trevor Willett's fired up.
Feel a little momentum
here?
here?
You can feel it. Tigers are starting to put something together here. Best drive by far of the night for the Tigers. Take a look at the replay.
That just handoff, got a good block there. Big number 73, clearing out a few people in there. Marcus McGregor.
2 wide receivers out to the right. Jaden McGregory and Noah Craycraft. Darius Mason broke a couple tackles, stays on his feet.
Oh my gosh.
Darius Mason wrapped up eventually. Dowling got there, but ball came out as well, and it's hopped on top of, I think he was down, but could have been disastrous for Dowling's
Dowling's like
defense.
when he spun out the first time, he had room to the left, but credit Dowling. They stayed in their lanes. Watch this. He gets in there. He spins out. Looks like he's got room, but no, they close quickly in there. And
but good for Dowling. Look at everybody.
Yeah.
Just
collapse
in, make a play. Got to make you proud as a coach.
And they came up, too. They did not crash into the middle. They kept those outside lanes and didn't let him get outside.
It'll be second down and long. We've said that before for Valley. They're not helping themselves in that department. That one on the ground and hopped up by Willett, and they're going to lose even more yards on a loose snap. You almost wonder next time for Willett if that happens, pick it up and throw it away.
Yeah.
But he hops on top of it, and once again, Dar, 3rd and a mile for Valley's offense.
They start out with first and 10 at the 16, and now it's 2nd and 22 at the 28. Lose 12 yards in 2 plays there.
Yeah. Now you almost got to take a shot to the end zone, you feel like, and hope you can either get a flag or maybe get a grab. Either way, you got to set yourself up well.
Yeah, because Cervellin, his longest field goal is 30.
Yeah, could go draw it ahead. We'll see what happens. 3rd down and long. Willett will throw. He'll fire over the middle and misfires just off the hands of Jaden Brown. He had a wide open man, Crownover, in the flat and didn't go with it. And I do not see a kicking unit here for Valley.
Yeah, now you got to pooch punt it from here, or if you go for it and you get the first down.
This might be one of those that they could wait take the penalty and back it up if they wanted to. There's really no urgency here on Valley's side, so it looks like they're going to wait this thing out and take a timeout.
And then here's one, if you try to force it in there deep and it's picked off deep, you're not hurting that much because it's going to be turned over anyway.
They're going to go.
It just depends. They're going to go
try to get
3
a jump.
seconds.
Willett, they will go. Trevor Willett steps up, gets away from one, takes off and runs with it. Ball's on the ground. It'll be covered up by Dowling. It won't matter. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Maroons with a big stop on defense. Well, Trevor Willett tried.
Yeah, he was getting him a little more yardage there before he got jerked there. At first it looked like a face mask, but I don't know if they got him on the front of the jersey here or... No, I guess they just got him on the arm, yeah. And just pulled that out of there.
Ball was recovered by Dowling's Carter Smith, the junior offensive lineman, and defensive lineman, I should say. So, well, that's 3 fumbles tonight for both teams. So,
yeah, and Valley's was really kind of a foregone conclusion anyway. It was going to be turned over.
Now Dowling going to try to get that offense rolling again. Again, it hasn't been bad. Just trying to stay on top of it. Rashad Davis makes a couple guys miss, gets outside, and he's wrapped up. But he got positive yardage, give him about 3 or 4. Got lucky, almost got grabbed by the face mask if you're Valley.
Gage Olson came in late, delivered a blow there.
3:24 to go here in the first half. What a game.
Yeah.
Feels like Dowling Valley.
Let's see if Dowling, they're going to have to go for a big play to get it down the field at some point here. There's still a lot of time and 3 timeouts, but.
Trey Wilson, man in motion here for the Maroons. Cataldo play fake to Wilson, and he dropped it. Could not hang on. It'll be 3rd down and long. Been a couple drops, been a couple fumbles. You can tell it's week 2.
Yeah.
Can't you?
Cole Weeble, he had to kind of throw it through him. He got his hands up there. So now they got him in 3rd and 7 here. Got a chance for Talley to get the ball back on a stop.
You know you're going to punt, so you know that's going to happen. Dowling does get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, they deferred.
3rd down at 7. Cataldo rolls out. Here comes the pressure. Fires downfield, and he overshoots his man, Trey Wilson.
That was a big series for Valley's defense there.
It's amazing how we've shifted. I mean,
yeah,
the first couple drives it looked like Dowling's got this figured out, but Valley has changed something defensively that is giving fits to Cataldo.
That fumble on the punt kind of sucked a little air out of Dowling because they looked to get good field position, go in and, get another score, but all of a sudden, no. The air sucked right out of that balloon, and here Valley's defense has stepped up.
Well, and Cataldo just been missing some easy throws or open throws, so they'll try to tighten that up. Valley gets a chance here before the half, like you said. Gregory and company back to return. And it will be McGregory. Catch is made. He'll get up this near side, and Gregory makes a man miss all the way upfield to about the 44, 43-yard line. Valley gets pretty good field position again, but they can't make any mistakes.
No, they got 2:44 to go. McGregory, great job fielding that, and then he picks up some blocking, good blocking on the outside, up the border there.
I think that was Pinks got up in there, made a couple good blocks, so I'd like to see it. Well,
we've gone from Dowling looking like they could blow it wide open here to, man, we got a tight ball game.
It just takes one score.
Yeah,
it takes one score by Valley here to make this thing interesting. Dowling's going to have to call a timeout. They don't have anybody on the field that's supposed to be, so a mishap there. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. Dowling on top, 7-0. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of Central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
It's the DeArmond Ford Summer Sales Event. Ford F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,750 rebate. Flex buy must trade for 95 or newer. Get 2.9% for 60 months on the new Ford Expedition, Explorer, and Edge with additional bonus cash offers. And the all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,000 bonus cash plus 90 days, no payments. It's the Summer Sales Event at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Dowling Catholic on top of Valley. 7-0 is your score. 2:44 to go. Blake Walker, Dart Anderson with you here. Valley's offense trying to get back rolling. Damon Head rolling forward, and he's going to get a good chunky yardage. Gets upfield for about 7, and it'll be 2nd down and 3 upcoming.
He gets the Pistons churning, gets him behind a big block there. Just keeps the legs moving.
That's not a siren from the stadium, but it might be. Very well could be.
It's an ambulance sounds somewhere behind us here.
2nd down and 3. Valley still plenty of time to get downfield. Trevor Willett trying to get in rhythm here. They'll go to Damon Head again, and he will barrel forward for a 1st down. So the clock will stop as Valley continues to move. Now that high school is the only football basically in the country now where you can watch stoppage and clocks.
Yeah. I watched that Nebraska-Minnesota game last night, but I wasn't real paying attention to how that all is going to impact the game as you move along. It's going to make a little bit of a difference there.
The fire truck is pulling into the facility, so I don't know. It's not like any of the offenses are on fire. So
it doesn't look like the concession stand is either.
I have no idea. 1st down and 10. Willett, pressure coming, fires short and in and out of the hands again of Jaden Brown. That's the 2nd miss.
And he had a little room there and some blockers.
Fire truck has now pulled up and turned its lights off. The ambulance is close to follow. I don't know if something.
It must be a medical thing because usually they do send the fire truck with the ambulance, but the fire truck got here first.
Interesting.
The fire station, the one is back there by across from Valley High School, but I don't know if there's another one out here.
They didn't come from there, so I'm not sure. 1:39 to go here in the 1st. Valley
still got 2 timeouts.
Yeah, looking for something. They'll go a pitch and catch to Noah Craycraft. Craycraft gets tripped up, and he has got nowhere to go as the whole defense got there. That was led by big number 60, Ryan Bobo. And Valley loses yards again.
Lose about 7 on that, or 6. Not quite across the 50, back across on their side, but yeah, that was not. Dowling had that read quickly, and there was nothing but white shirts flying at the ball.
Just can't get it. It just seems like they're the positive plays. They've had positive plays, but granted, it was a fumble, but they just can't seem to find what they're looking for, and they're going to really take their time here. Looks like they're going to call a timeout and evaluate what they want to do here.
And Coach Swenson was talking about that last week. He said, we didn't convert hardly any 3rd downs. That was a big problem with us, too, converting these 3rd downs. And here they're in a 3rd and 16, a big 3rd down here.
So Valley will take a timeout with 45 seconds to go. We'll stay right here.
And you'd say take a shot, but they haven't taken a shot all night.
I don't think Willett has thrown 20 yards or more downfield yet, or at least tried.
Well, he had the one nice to the tight end, but that was like a 7-8 yarder, and then the tight end did the rest. But yeah, they haven't shown a deep threat yet, so it'll be interesting. And then running the clock down, at least maybe you could take a couple shots and then leave Dowling with little or no time here in this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities here for Valley's offense, but could go draw and you just play it like Iowa does and just set yourself up for defense, but yeah, you just never know. It's been that type of game tonight.
Maybe Hope Head gets up the middle and kind of keeps churning and busting.
Which Damon has had a much better game this week than last week. He's starting to really get his ground game going, and we'll see.
Come out with this trip set here. Let's see.
They got Darius Mason in the backfield with Trevor Willett. Mason's had a couple carries tonight. 3rd down and 16. Mason with the draw, sticks his head down. He's going to get a good chunk, and if anything, you can go for this on 4th down if you want. And they want to hurry up.
Yeah, I think they probably will. They'll keep the clock running. They'll get up there.
Valley only has 1 timeout left, so something to think about here. I think
and there's no sense for Dowling to take a timeout because clock runs out. You go in with a 7-0 lead.
The way Valley's players are going, I thought Valley was just going to go to the locker room, but they'll take their last timeout here.
Yeah, I think they want to run it down far enough.
Nope.
Well,
they might just be going to the locker room.
They didn't stop it. Okay.
Well,
no, now they did.
They do stop it
with 1 second to go.
I mean, the play clock still had time, so the game clock was going to run out before the play clock. But I mean, if anything, see how good Trevor can throw this ball.
Yeah,
take it downfield,
and then you tell him too. If you go back there and they're coming in on you, just eat it and go down, or let's go to the locker room and come out in the 3rd quarter.
What you don't want is a pick 6.
Yeah.
Whatever you do
not, a fumble back there that they can scoop and score or something like that. No.
Got to be careful here if you're Valley, so it sets itself up. But
you could maybe try to throw it to the end zone, or I don't know if you even try a hook and ladder or some kind of goofy play like that in the first half, because
you don't want to get too cute with it. And
you don't want to blow up and go back the other way for a score defensively. So let's see what they do here.
It's only 4th down and 7. They put 2 more seconds back on the clock, so it'll be 3 seconds. You got trips to the right, 1 to the left. Valley is going to try to take a shot, and if you're Dowling, you got to be hungry on that D-line. They got about cover 6 or prevent defense up here for Dowling.
Yeah, and they're back pretty deep.
Willett, back to throw. Loads the cannon, downfield, it is incomplete. Misfires over everyone. Well, that is the end of the first half. We are in a low-scoring affair, 7-0. Dowling Catholic on top of Valley. We'll be back in just a little bit. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
The DeArmond Ford Summer Sales Event. Ford F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,750 rebate. Flex buy must trade for 95 or newer. Get 2.9% for 60 months on the new Ford Expedition, Explorer, and Edge with additional bonus cash offers. And the all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,000 bonus cash plus 90 days, no payments. It's the Summer Sales Event at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at BBB.org.
Blake Walker, Dar Danielson with you here. Dowling Valley 7-0 is your score. Dowling Catholic over the Valley Tigers. Blake Walker, Dar Danielson with you here this evening. Dar, I always like bringing it up because you and I are diehard Hawkeye fans. We're watching Hawkeye football right now. That's what we're watching. This has been a defensive game. The offenses have shown flashes. Dowling has been very good on offense in portions, but the big storyline, Valley's quarterback goes down. Trevor Willett has to step up. It's just Valley's offense just has not been there so far.
Been there, and the other big story, 2 Dowling fumbles that ended up hurting drives. Well, they would have got the one in fairly good field position. The other one, they were driving, looked like down in for another score, and they fumble it. So that's the story. But a little typical Valley Dowling. They seem to, I asked Gary about in the pregame, is this still as big a rivalry as, everybody makes? He said, I'm not saying that we look to this game more than others, but if you ask the team who they want to beat more than anybody on the schedule, they'd say Dowling. And I think it goes the other way too. It's just the way it is. One of these teams, they always claw and scratch back against each other here.
Rashad Davis was the one with the early score. I tell you what, Dar, we haven't seen a lot of him. I mean, he had his touchdown, but
21-yard score on the third play. They went 3 plays and scored the first drive. And 2 passes and then his 21-yard run. And then he has not touched the ball a lot.
No, it's been a lot of Dante Cataldo play fakes. Now, granted, Valley could be selling out for the run, and that's how we've seen it. The thing with Valley, what do you got to do on offense? Because Trevor, he's getting there. I think he's getting confident as the game's going on, but there's just nothing going. I think you almost have to just keep going to the running game.
Yeah, I think you do. And I almost think, too, that when on that fumble, that was probably a run blitz into Davis, knowing he was going to run up the middle, and that blew everything up, and they forced the fumble. But another thing, too, is Damon Heddes come on and done a good job as a backup punter after the quarterback punter went out. He got that one high one that was caught and then fumbled there, but he's getting it up in the air and is not letting big returns for Dowling on that. So, it's just been a scratch and claw back and forth, a good ball game here. Now, Valley in the locker room's got to find some offense.
Something.
And
Dowling's there because we can't look over. Dante Cataldo has missed 3 wide open plays. I think that's another thing. Like, at least for Dowling, you're like, okay, we're there. We just got to make the plays.
And then no turnovers. Valley had a couple more penalties there, the false start, and then they had another one, a holding, that kind of hurt them on their offensive drives. But just Dowling, you take out those turnovers, and it could be easily 21-0. But so we'll see what happens in the halftime, and if they've been able to grind with Head, but it just doesn't seem like it's a 80-yard sustained kind of drive where you grind it to him all the time. You got to have a little more passing thrown in there to kind of loosen up the defense a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot to look forward here in this second half. We're hoping for a little bit more offense. We'll see how both teams come out in the second half. We're going to take another break. Another quick score update for you. Southeast Polk on top of Ankeny, 35-7 is that score, latest we checked. We'll come back with more. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
The DeArmond Ford Summer Sales Event. Ford F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,750 rebate. Flex buy must trade for 95 or newer. Get 2.9% for 60 months on the new Ford Expedition, Explorer, and Edge with additional bonus cash offers. And the all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,000 bonus cash plus 90 days, no payments. It's the Summer Sales Event at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Dar Danielson with you here this evening for Dowling Valley. Dowling Catholic on top 7-0.
And we've got a forest out here on the field.
Yeah, we do. Well, last
week we had the beach and the waves and the
sand. I expect mountains next week for Southeast Polk Prairie. Dar and I will be in Southeast Polk for the inaugural. You don't get a lot of inaugurals anymore. The inaugural game at Southeast Polk Stadium, their new stadium
I've done
out
two.
there. Yeah,
Johnston and Milwaukee Northwest.
Yeah. The only inaugural I've called was the state wrestling tournament for girls. That was a big one. But first, which is really cool to see, Dowling Catholic on top 7-0 over Valley. Couple other score updates for you. Waukee on top of Waukee Northwest. 17-7 is that score. As we'll try to keep everyone updated as the evening goes on a couple more games. Iowa City Liberty was on top of Iowa City High, 14-7 last time I checked. So a couple good teams out east. Dar, you and I talked about it. Both offenses got to find a way to go forward. But talking about this game in general, the rivalry in general, it almost feels like it's come to, Dowling's been on a run. They've won 7 out of the last 10. But any given week, these two teams could play, and I think the result would be different every single week.
Yeah, and Valley has been, they have some depth too, and they've been one of the few teams that has been able to match some of the depth that Dowling has had here. And then, Waukee was starting to build toward that, and then they split up, a little bit, and they're going to build back. And it's going to be interesting to see how they come along, And then the two Ankenys have kind of found that ground to where they're moving forward, and there was, but, so it is going to be interesting. Johnson's been growing, and that they made it, to the semifinals for the first time. So. And then Southeast Polk has kind of stepped up as kind of, back-to-back. Can they do it for 3? And they've seemed to be filling in. They had their quarterback back, but they're filling in some of the other slots there. Just building programs. You have a little movement of players around, too. We see a little bit of that here and there. But so it's just interesting in this 5A and how it's all kind of coming together.
It's all across the board. That is for sure. As we set things up for our second half of action, it is cooled off. It's turned into a beautiful night of football. It looks like next week it's going to get a little cooler, so hopefully we're seeing more cooler temperatures, going to start feeling like football weather in the state of Iowa. Obviously tomorrow is college football kickoff, Iowa State UNI, and then Iowa Utah State. So
I'm heading up to that Iowa State UNI game. It's going to be interesting there because you think, Iowa State with what they lost with the gambling issues, that it might be an issue. And then UNI has always played well against them. And they have a good quarterback in Theo Day. And then Iowa, of course, everybody's hoping their offense, it can't be any worse than what it was.
We'll see what shows up. I keep telling myself that every day. But
so it's going to be, this is the time of year, first, for college opener, everybody's got optimism about it. So, and hopefully, I know the Iowa State press box can get a little warm at times up there, so we'll see. But,
see how everything shakes out. Football season is back. We couldn't be happier. We appreciate everyone for tuning in. We're going to take another longer break, and we'll be back for your second half. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
National sales event is going on all month long at Yarmouth Automotive, Knoxville. New Silverado 1500 Turbo Max with up to $9,000 off MSRP. Must trade 09 or newer. Must own or lease 09 or newer Chevrolet. New Sierra 1500s with 2.9% for 60 months. Available on all trends. New Jeep Gladiator with up to $7,000 off MSRP. And new Ram 1500s with up to $11,000 off MSRP. Every vehicle is tagged with one low price at Yarmouth Automotive, Knoxville. YarmouthAuto.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
National sales event is going on all month long at Yarmouth Automotive, Knoxville. New Silverado 1500 Turbo Max with up to $9,000 off MSRP. Must trade 09 or newer. Must own or lease 09 or newer Chevrolet. New Sierra 1500s with 2.9% for 60 months. Available on all trends. New Jeep Gladiator with up to $7,000 off MSRP. And new Ram 1500s with up to $11,000 off MSRP. Every vehicle is tagged with one low price at Yarmouth Automotive, Knoxville. YarmouthAuto.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Dar Danielson with you here this evening from Valley Stadium. Dowling Catholic on top of the Valley Tigers. 7-0 is your score here at the end of the first half as we get ready for our second half of action. Dar, what a game it has been. Looking back, I wanted to go back and actually look at some of the results for Valley and Dowling Catholic. You and I, we talked about earlier in the game, Dowling did not need any motivation than they already had coming into tonight. You talk about last year, 35-3. You handle business in the regular season. Yeah. You get to the Dome. It looks like we're going to get a rematch, Dowling versus Southeast Polk. And then Valley shows up in the Dome and stuns Dowling Catholic. In my opinion, probably one of the better games we've ever seen at the Dome, but probably one of the biggest upsets because that Valley team went 5-4. You called a lot of their games, and it was they just weren't.
they showed last year. They showed some streaks against Southeast Polk, and then they had a little trouble finishing some games, and they were in tight games, and but then they just caught fire at the end there, and just which we see happen sometimes in the playoffs. And man, they just you're right. And then they came out against Dowling, and they and they won that one, and then of course they weren't able to beat Southeast Polk again, but that was just a game for the ages for Southeast Polk.
If I remember correctly, they went for 2 at the end. I think, if I remember correctly, I was down in the end zone, but just a wild game, and Valley got on top. I'm sure every Dowling player that is still there, it's still on this roster from last year's team, has circled that, and it's been on their mind ever since then. But turnovers tonight have stalled Dowling quite a bit. Valley just trying to get things back rolling, but it's like you and I have harped on. We got to see something offensively for Valley, because right now it just feels like they're walking in mud. It's just they're not really doing much.
Yeah, because Valley got the ball to start, 3 and out. Dowling, 3 plays scored, and then it was just kind of back and forth, a fumble, and then, of course, the last couple of series, Valley forced Dowling to punt it.
Yeah.
And so that Valley defense found something that got a fire going under them. So we'll see, these coaching staffs know a lot about making the adjustments at halftime and what they're seeing, but if you're Valley, you got to feel pretty good right now after that early drive. You give up the touchdown, then it's looking like they're driving right down, and you force the fumble, and that just switched the whole momentum right there.
Right. Another update for you: Johnston up 14-7 over Cedar Falls. You talk about a team wanting to figure out some questions. Both those two teams have questions to be asked. Johnston hung on tight against Waukee Northwest, but still, trying to get their feet back underneath of them. Cedar Falls dropped a Week 1 game to Cedar Rapids Prairie. A Cedar Rapids Prairie team, Dar, that should win tonight. They play Dubuque Senior. That's our game next week, Cedar Rapids Prairie and Southeast Polk. Prairie almost beat Southeast Polk a couple years ago. If it wasn't for an Xavier Wonka block field goal, that could be a good game over there next week.
Yeah, and Prairie's had some good teams. They're well coached. I've seen them over at Waukee where they played some good games. Yeah, so that could be interesting.
We'll have a lot of fun next week at the inaugural game of the new Southeast Polk Stadium. I don't know if it has an official name yet, but we'll figure it out when we get there. But we're very excited to be there. Very excited to be here. This crowd is unbelievable.
Yeah.
2 great games happening in Central Iowa tonight. Obviously 3 if you count Ankeny Southeast Polk, but Waukee Northwest. The pictures from there look unbelievable as we expected. But this is a very underrated game, and your question to Gary was great. Is the rivalry getting old? Are we just moving on past it?
Because, you and I, we hear it in the media, and that's all it's talked about, rivalry. And I said, is that just noise? And he said, it's, again, he said, we don't play any harder or practice any harder for this game, but if you ask a team they want to be on the schedule the most, it'd be Dowling.
They literally have shirts in the crowd that just say beat Dowling on them. And honestly, I'd like to know if these are their normal shirts, because on the back, it's their whole schedule. So it makes me think on the front of their shirts of the season, they just let's just put beat Dowling.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it means a lot to both these two programs.
These two teams, Southeast Polk is, in talk with the coach, and he's talked about that, they've wanted to be at the level of these two teams. That's what they were looking for. These two set the standards for the large school class, and they still are, but Southeast Polk has jumped up onto that podium.
Yeah,
Ankeny's have flirted with jumping up there, and doing that, but
you set a standard. With
when you say the standard, it's West Des Moines Valley or West Des Moines Dowling. Right now, and Southeast Polk has edged their way up in there, and they're going to be right up there, 1, 2, 3 with them, depending on how this season goes.
Yeah, we'll have to see as we go throughout. Again, Caleb Jewell out for the game. We have, obviously we won't get any news about him, but he's down there on the sideline in crutches. I don't know if our camera's going to be able to find him, but he's currently at about the 38-yard line if you're looking at it here on your screen, crutching over. So
he was back to pass, and the guy kind of hit him.
As I say that, he's throwing balls right now. There he is. So hoping for the best for Caleb. As you can see, that left leg is iced up. We'll hope for the best for him. It didn't look great, but he's on crutches. He's been on crutches all night, and he's been helping out Trevor throughout the evening as well. So Valley's offense going to have to get back going. They'll be without their starter, as they have been, but plenty of weapons on offense. Like you said, Damon Head might be the key difference maker for Valley in the second half.
Yeah, he's had some pretty good runs, some tough runs, if they can get one where he breaks open. And then those tight ends, too, a little bit. If they can get, Cronover's had a catch. Jaden Brown, if he can get one where he hangs on to it, they've got some size there. You might have to go back to the Iowa, go to the tight ends a little bit.
It's such an Iowa. We're just watching Iowa.
It is.
How have we not gotten away from it?
Bang
but it
back
just
and
feels
forth,
like it. The big twin tight end looks and whatnot. That's just kind of how we've rolled. Big part here, Valley does have to kick. So Dowling Catholic will get the ball here to start the second half. As we get ready to go, the teams take the field.
Yeah, let's see them. You want to set the tone. Mr. Obvious would say, but you do. You want to come out. If they can drive it right down and make it a 2-score game, then that really puts a lot more pressure back onto Valley to get the offense cranked up and going.
Rico Alvarenga-Cervelin will be the one to kick off here for Valley. Last week, 2 touchbacks on 3 kickoffs. He hasn't gotten to kick tonight, so we'll hope for the best. Valley student section up and rolling. They got their shoes up in the air. I think they're shoes. Everybody has white shoes. I don't know if that's a color coordinated thing, but literally everyone has white shoes. That's kind of funny. Maybe that's just shoes nowadays. Here we go. Second half ready to get going here between Dowling and Valley. We're off and running. Long kick will be taken back by Davis. He drops it. Doesn't matter. Bounces into the end zone. And we'll be down for a touchback, and the Dowling offense will come on out. They showed flashes, and by flashes, I mean they looked really, really good.
Yeah, a couple good passes and then a big run. And then just I think you kind of mentioned it, shutting Davis down, Rashad Davis didn't do a whole lot after that touchdown. And they've been able to kind of contain him a little bit. Let's see if they get him back going or if they go, and they missed a couple deep passes too.
Well, yeah, and they did, and that's one thing. All Cataldo's got to do is hit one in the air. And you got a whole nother ball game on your hands. Who makes the big play first? Rashad Davis gets the carry. He'll go left side. Davis spins. And, boy, it's going to take 3 guys. It's going to take more to bring him down. They'll just blow the whistle dead.
And, talk about Cataldo. It's only his second start here.
We can't. So, his first start was great.
Yeah.
But,
But it's not like he's out there with loads of experience sitting behind, an all-star quarterback.
Still looking for that first touchdown pass. I know that's big.
And you grow through the season. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. It's just week 2. Cataldo will check down short in the flat, and a great play in the backfield. Beautiful tackle by Valley's number 8, and that is Gage Olson. Got Zach Smid caught up on the flat.
That's a danger play. If he misses that, you're looking at some good yardage here. See, right out in the flat, he squares, but Olson gets wrangled around textbook tackle there.
Yeah, that is, if you show your kids tackling 101, you show them that video. That is a great play.
Especially when you're giving up that much size. You got to hang on and pull them down.
3rd down and long, or 3rd and 8, I should say, for Dowling. They've been good in this scenario. Cataldo, no play fake, steps up in the pocket. He has time. He'll take off up the middle. Cataldo tripped up. He is going to be short.
Whoa.
I can't tell. I'd love to see the replay, see who got the tackle. I didn't quite catch it, but a shoelace tackle by Valley, and Dowling will punt. What a play.
Looked like he was well on the way to getting that and just up-ended him. He came down and you see he popped that shoulder pad out of there.
That you could not have played a better first drive if you're Valley's
and
defense.
That's like, I think, the 3rd straight time they've stopped him on downs. I know they did the last possession, 3 and out before the half.
McGregory and Pinks will be back to receive. This is a punt that will wobble in the air. McGregory says, let's call off. It's a good punt. It'll bounce out at about the 35-yard line. Exactly, and Valley will set up shop on offense. And I think everybody in their mind is just thinking, all right, what are we going to see on offense from Valley?
Yeah, what can they do? Can they get something going at all here? Because if they can, we got a whole different ball game here.
Trevor Willett is the man to lead them back out on the field. They did have another quarterback warming up throughout the second half. It was Ethan Stemler. He's a junior, so we'll see him next year most likely, but he's ready if needed. Damon Head is in the backfield. Head, a carry to the right side. Dowling's defense is all over it. He's going to get about half a yard, maybe a yard. I tell you what, the edge is not being sealed by Valley. Dowling has done a great job on the edge all night.
Yeah, they are not letting anybody get outside, and Head did well just to cut back under the tackler and get a yard out of that and make something out of nothing.
And is it just me, but it feels like we haven't seen – Valley is not getting yards on 1st and 10. I feel like they're always behind the sticks.
They always are. They're always They never have had like a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
You know?
It's been a 2nd and long kind of night. Head back up the middle. He is ripped immediately, and he'll get about a yard again. I believe that was number 68, Cale Jackson, the defensive lineman who got in there. And once again, Dar, 3rd and 8.
I'm not great at math, but I know you have to have 3.5 yards carry to get a first down. And
it's tough sledding. And
well
now
below that now.
You have an offense that hasn't been able to throw the ball.
No.
And now you set yourself in a really tough spot.
So you get that the front line there of Dowling ready to let loose, and possible linebackers or corners blitzing on this quarterback.
They're going to stack the wide receiver core to the right. 3 wide receivers to the right. The tight end still in here for Crownover. On 3rd and 7, Willett fires over the middle, and he overshoots his intended receiver, intended for Noah Craycraft. Both quarterbacks just having a tough time finding their receivers tonight.
He did a good job stepping up in the pocket, but just threw it a little off there. And getting that timing and hitting that receiver coming across is just the problem right now.
And I talked to you when we were during commercial. It just feels like Valley's going to have to score off a turnover or something. Like a scoop or something. That just feels like they're stalled on offense, clearly. Damon Head will punt. Dowling looks like they're sending the house. Not much pressure. Head, good line drive kick. Will be taken back by Dowling. And a little bit of room up the near side for number 8, Matthew Kerner. He'll go down at about the 35. Not a bad start on offense. And Dowling Catholic's offense will come back out.
Now, speaking of crazy plays, did you see the Nebraska touchdown?
Yeah.
They threw it out there, he dropped it.
Yeah, that was what a fitting touchdown for
And then
Nebraska's
Minnesota,
first.
Everybody forgot about the receiver back there, and he throws it wide open to the end zone. But
that touchdown, Minnesota's receiver had a heck of a grab to get that toe drag.
Yeah, the toe drag, that was beautiful.
Unbelievable. We're going to get holding on Dowling, so this is going to back up the Maroons. I did not see a flag anywhere. Must have been on either the far sideline or what, but a big mistake by Dowling, so that'll back them up a little bit further. Mistake-prone teams, and I know it's week 2, so we can't expect much, but with these two teams, you just don't see a lot of mistakes out of them. This is a big penalty.
What the?
I mean, they're going to put him at the 12.
Yeah, he was at the 35, so the flag must have been
way back near the original catch.
That's a loss of 20 yards. Or 25 yards, because they were at the 35, right? Isn't that where he marked it?
Yeah. Not great for Dowling's offense.
Just a second penalty on Dowling, but that one's a big one.
They'll set up shop at the 12 on 1st down and 10. Valley's D-line going to shift a little bit. Davis on a counter. Gets up the left side for positive yardage, about 6 on the carry. It'll be 2nd down at about 4 or 5.
And that's a big boost to that Valley defense. You know, 35 is a real good field position, but 12, then you got that many more plays to push it out of there.
And it feels like we haven't seen Dowling. You remember that drive for Valley, slow, methodical. Yeah. Dowling has not done that, and I don't think they want to do that. It's not their style of play, but you just wonder, with Rashad Davis in the backfield, why not just keep his legs churning? I believe Zach Smid is in the backfield. Yes, he is. He's going to move out wide. Davis, good blocking on the near side. Never mind. Here comes Valley's defense. Makes a great play. I don't know how they got there, but they came around the edge.
Well, they tried to take that to the short side of the field, and Valley right there to close.
That was good blocking up front, too.
Yeah.
He had the pulling guard. Watch the pulling guard.
Yeah,
big number 50.
Well, the guard and the tackle, didn't he, from the other side, too?
I just missed it. Missed their assignment.
Nobody got a black shirt. That was a problem. But still, 3rd and 3 is a manageable third down here.
They got Rashad Davis in the far side. They're going 5 wide on defense. Watch for a Cataldo QB run. Valley wanted to dial the blitz. They hold back. Here comes the blitz instead. Cataldo gets rid of it. He rolls out, fires downfield. It is going to be picked off.
Wow.
Intercepted by Valley's Isaiah Pinks.
The 3rd turnover.
Cataldo waited until the last second, and then he tried to fire downfield, and Isaiah Pinks jumps the route, and Valley with another turnover deep in Dowling territory. I almost think he could have run for it. It's a corner blitz by Ryan Arbab, and Pinks just makes a heck of a play.
Well, Ramez Nava put some pressure up the middle, and then you had that corner, as you said, come over. And he gets the, what is that, the turnover
That's a turnover hammer, sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer, turnover sledge, yeah.
I'm not going to keep beating a dead horse, but you got to score here if you're Valley.
Yeah.
You got to capitalize on momentum.
3 turnovers, and they haven't gotten any points off of them yet, so they got to do something sometime here.
This Valley crowd getting uneasy. They're trying to wait for an explosion. Damon Head, nowhere to go. The O-line was not there as he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Valley has been in this exact spot, and they just haven't been able to do anything. I think they got to the 15, maybe, if I'm correct, in the first half, and just couldn't do anything.
Down, and that was as far as they got.
Yeah.
Got to dial up something here. We're
almost got to take a shot or something. Trust your quarterback. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Dowling on top, 7-0. Willett back to throw to the end zone, misses. Randy McGregory just over top of his head, or Jaden McGregory. Had to take a shot, and they did.
Wasn't a bad play.
No,
he
not
had
a bad
little,
play.
had a little separation, but there again, you got a quarterback who hasn't.
Yeah, it's just not, the accuracy's not quite there.
Not yet. He's got to dial that in yet. The number of snaps he's had hasn't been that many with live action.
You brought up Nebraska's trickery from last night. That might be what Valley needs. Yeah. You just never know. It doesn't seem like Gary Swenson's MO to do that, but you never know what they got dialed up. Again, I don't think they can kick from here. They haven't shown that they've wanted to. 3rd down and 10. Willett with time, fires near sideline and misses his man. Intended for Noah Craycraft. And it'll be 4th down and 10. And I believe they're going to kick. So they're going to send out.
That would make sense if you can.
Yeah.
If you can pin them deep here with a good.
Rico Alvarenga-Cervellin.
Or no, they're going to kick the field goal.
Yeah, Rico Alvarenga-Cervellin is going to be the one to kick.
This would be around a 42, 43-yarder.
Valley doesn't even know what they have set up on offense. They're going to be tough here. They might have to call a timeout.
Okay.
Alvarenga-Cervellin had a 30-yard field goal last week.
This is be a 43.
Snap, hold, kick on the way. It looks long enough, and it is no good. Missed it. And Dowling's defense holds. It had the distance, did not have the right trajectory, and an interception goes to waste for Valley's defense. I will say, though, Valley was not prepared that well for that kick. It seems like they were really struggling.
They had to get somebody on late. And
if you're a Valley fan, your heart's got to be beaten because a Dowling score just feels like this game's out of reach.
Yeah.
That's just how it's gone. So Valley's defense, how much can they do? Davis, carry to the left, and he has got nothing. Stuffed in the backfield. Number 32, Theron Castle got back in there, the linebacker for Valley. He's been everywhere tonight.
We're seeing that stuffing, but you keep going to that because if he does break through, you're going to see him go a long way. But so far, the Valley defense has been able to just crowd that line. Naba in the middle there has just been plugging things up.
They put defense 3 in the backfield there, 2 back with Cataldo. on 2nd and 9. Davis, again, tough sledding. He's just got nothing, and it'll be another 3rd down and long upcoming for Dowling's offense. Valley's defense has tightened up on Rashad Davis, that's for sure. Rashad has not been able to do what he did last week against Kennedy. 5 total touchdowns for him. He had 4 on the ground, and then he returned a kickoff. Because what can he do? Yeah. Technically 6 touchdowns on the year, 5 on the ground, but it's a grudge match. Who gives in first? We've had turnovers galore, that's for sure, but no one can seem to convert. 3rd down and 7. 2 wide receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Man in motion. Cataldo back to throw. Fires short. Caught, but he is nowhere close.
Not even. That's
Cam Cribari.
That's going to end up losing yardage.
Cam Cribari was the one who came in and made the tackle as they tried to move Hank Brown in motion, and Hank couldn't go anywhere, and Dowling will be forced to punt.
So here's your 3rd quarter. Well, we'll see the replay here.
It's an interesting play design.
Oh, yeah, because you didn't get very far down the field. But it was punt, punt, missed field goal, and now punt on the way here in the 3rd quarter.
Interception somewhere in there.
Yeah, well, there was interception. Yeah, that's right.
So Pinks and McGregory will be back to receive. Pinks will take it. And he'll spin into traffic and get up to about the 49-yard line, and Valley will set up shop once again, Dar, in Dowling territory.
Yeah, you're right. It was punt, interception, missed field goal, punt.
Well, what do you dial up? What are you going to dial up,
Dar? If it was me, that throw to Craycraft, if you can hit him, or go back to the tight ends again, prawn over, get him that little seam route or a little drag across. That's because it seems like he's trying to make those out throws, and that's just a little too much because he's got a little pressure on him.
I tell you what, this Valley crowd, they're very uneasy. They're ready to explode at any given time. They don't want to wait any longer. 3:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. Head makes a couple guys miss, spins into traffic. He's still going. Piles pushing forward. He's going to be down for about a 9-yard carry. Damon Head starting to get some running game going here.
Yeah, that was an Alamand left, spin your partner up the middle, and picked up almost the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, give credit to Head. Goes in that pile, and instead of going up and running back, he helps up Dylan Manning of Dowling. So good sportsmanship there by those guys. It's a tight rivalry. They don't like each other, but at the end of the day, they're still all playing the game of football. They all enjoy it. Good to see it. 2 wide receivers out right. Trevor Willett. Willett work out for him. They'll go to Darius Mason. Mason barrels forward into traffic, and he's going to get the 1st down for Valley.
Yeah, exactly what he needed, though. He just went straight into that hole, knowing they just needed a yard, and he got 3. No dancing, just plow it through there, get us another set of downs. And it's playing into Valley's hands, running the clock down, keeping it out of, although their defense has played very well against Dowling here since that fumbled punt there in the 2nd quarter. They've really kind of turned the screws down a little bit and kept Dowling from getting much going.
Yeah, A.J. Crownover over here just off the line to the near side. Play action fake. Willett fires. Intended for Craycraft, and he dropped it. They go a deep play action fake that time. First time we've seen that. It'll be 2nd down and 10 upcoming. I see we got 2 drones flying over the field. I kept looking up, saw if they were planes, but they're drones.
Well, I saw red lights over here, and I thought a plane was coming in. You got over there,
we got two. We got 2 up over here.
There's 1 over there, I think.
It's a popular game. Yeah. A lot of video, a lot of photographers.
The paparazzi are always following you and I around whenever we do a game.
I knew when they let your limo in. I knew it was. I knew it was big time. Valley is taking their time here. Nope, they reset the game or the play.
I'll tell you, Mike.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
They're going to have to call a timeout. 2 seconds, 1 second. They're not going to get it off. Nope, they will call a timeout. Yeah. Swenson not happy with that one. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. Dowling on top of Valley, 7-0. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of Central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
It's the DeArmond Ford Summer Sales Event. Ford F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,750 rebate. Flex buy must trade for 95 or newer. Get 2.9% for 60 months on the new Ford Expedition, Explorer, and Edge with additional bonus cash offers. And the all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E with 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,000 bonus cash plus 90 days, no payments. It's the Summer Sales Event at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. 2nd down and 10. Valley out of the timeout. Darius Mason with the carry. Nowhere to go. He is stuffed in the backfield by Zach Smid. And it'll be 3rd and long in Dowling territory. Where have we said that before for Valley's offense? Trying to get something moving. It is just not going Valley's way.
And Ethan Stemler now in at quarterback.
Yeah, so a change at quarterback here
I
for
thought
Valley.
it looked like Willett was limping a little bit after that last play. He came up and was...
Well, yeah, so now the junior, Ethan Stemler, technically the 3rd man on the roster for quarterback. He was warming up in the first half. Welcome to Dowling Valley, young man. 3rd down and 12. Stemler back to throw, fires short to McGregory. McGregory on a screen play gets upfield, and he's going to be short, well short of the first, but I think you might as well go for it if you're Valley. It'll be 4th down and about 7 or 6.
Yeah, because we know here that would be 30, 42. That'd be a 52-yard field goal.
Well, you couldn't make it from 40.
You couldn't make it from 43, so...
Yeah.
The only other thing is if Head can cough and corner kick it, but...
Boy, talk about the pressure here for Ethan Stemler. 5'11", 167. Quarterback jumps in. Didn't even think about probably playing tonight, but it's just worked out. And now on 4th and 6, Stemler fires short to Darius Mason. Mason dives. He did not get it. He's going to be about a yard short, and Valley comes up short. Dowling will get the ball at about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, but that was 2 passes completed in a row.
Yeah.
They haven't done that all night. So,
yeah, now if you're Swenson, because it looks like Willett's definitely, he's got a little bit of a limp. He's just kind of stretching out on the bench down here. I think now you really got to think about what you're going to do at quarterback.
Yeah, I thought it looked like on that last play where he ran over that way and kind of got hit at the end that he came back over limping a little bit, and that might have been why it took him a little while to get that play going and they had to call a timeout. Yeah. But now, can Dowling put something together here?
Like I said, one score, this game feels like it's over. So we'll see how Dowling goes here. But
30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Davis, carry up the left side, and he's actually going to get a good chunk. About 4 on the carry.
I tell you what, if this wasn't artificial turf, it was still grass, there'd be a lot of black spot out there where they've worn the grass out, because this game in the 3rd quarter has been played right in there between the 25 and 40.
Well, it looks like we are going to go to the 4th, and that is exactly what we're going to do. Defense wins all. Don't go away. We got 1 quarter left to play. Dowling Catholic on top. 7-0 is your score. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network. Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. A couple technical difficulties on our end. We apologize for that. Trying to get it back going. Had a couple of crashes tonight, so Dowling getting the ball downfield. Rashad Davis and company. There was a penalty on Valley. Dowling now has it at 2nd down and 7 from the 36. Trying to get the offense back rolling. There was just an injury. Ramez Naba was down for Valley. Cataldo will hand off to Rashad Davis, and Davis only going to get about 2 yards.
We missed a big play by Cataldo where he was trapped in the backfield, spun around, came all the way around the left side, got a big first down, then another run. I was going to say coming out of that break, this is the time for one of those epic drives out of either one of these teams that would take over a game.
Yeah.
Dowling right now looks like they could be on the verge of one. If they can go down and punch this in, it might be enough just to seal off this game, even though there's a lot of time left because
it's just there hasn't been offense.
Valley's just had trouble on offense, but it's a time now for one of these drives that you talk about in these games.
3rd down and 5. It's 4-down territory for sure for the Maroons. Man in motion. Davis, middle, pushing forward. He is going to have not a first.
Short.
He's going to be short. He's going to be about a yard or 2 short. But this
I
is,
think, yeah.
This is 4-down territory, so
marking him at the 31, yeah.
Well, granted, Andrew Schumacher is not a bad kicker, so they could kick it, and 10-0 would feel out of reach. But why take that risk? Whatever it is.
He's kicked a 26-yarder this year, right?
Yeah, Wilson's going to think about it, and they're going to keep the offense on the field.
Well, you got,
Valley,
you got Davis.
Yeah, Valley's sideline trying to get up and going here. It's a big down. 4th and short. Davis bounces. Oh, we got a flag. I think it's a false start. I think Dowling got a little too up and going.
And if you look, they ran on that left side. They're putting an extra lineman out there on that, or on the right side. But
false start on Dowling. Now, I will say, I don't think this changes anything. I think you still go for it. Coach Pollock, the lineman coach, not happy on that far sideline. We can maybe ask him about it later this week. Andy does work for us at CISN in other tournaments and whatnot, but lineman coach here for Dowling.
Yeah,
now your playbook opens up.
He does that when he's not chasing his daughters around all kinds of sporting events.
Very busy. 4th down and 7. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cataldo all alone in the backfield. Cataldo rolling to his right, firing downfield. It is caught at the near sideline or far sideline. No, it is not. They're going to say he was out of bounds.
Came down out.
Hank Brown came down with it, but did not get the feet down. And Valley holds. How about this game?
Wow.
I mean, come on. Hank Brown could not get the feet down. I think he did catch it, but he could not hang on to it. Or could not get his feet down, and just like that, Valley gets the ball back.
Well, I'll say what I said before. It's time for one of those, epic drives.
Remember Iowa State last year against Iowa? That's what you need to do.
Well, or we've seen it in this Dowling Valley series. The team gets on a drive, and they go down and they score late in the game, and they take over momentum.
Ethan Stemler is still in at quarterback, so they're going to roll with the junior here. 3rd different quarterback tonight for Valley. Play action fake. Stemler fires downfield. He's got a man. Noah Craycraft comes up with it and makes the grab. 1st down Valley, and the Tigers have found a passing game. A beautiful turn and go route by Craycraft.
28-yard pass.
I think Stemler got rocked, but he made a heck of a play, and this junior has showed up here for Valley.
And credit Craycraft. He came back
and
kept a hold of that after he got hit, too.
Buckle up. Here comes Valley's offense. 1 wide receiver out to the right. They got 1 left. Craycraft will move in motion. On 1st down and 10, under 9 minutes to go here in the quarter. Stemler back to throw. Fires short, caught, nowhere to go for Crownover. He might lose a yard. He does. And he took a tough hit. He's going to limp back to the line.
That's one of those routes where if you have to throw it low like that, you might as well just drop it or let it go down because it's not going to get you anything. So
2nd down and 11. Now you got a big play. Now you got to do something with it. That's the big go for it. 2nd and 11. Stemler bobbled the snap. Darius Mason pushing forward, and Darius Mason's going to be down for a 3rd and about 4 upcoming for Valley's offense.
Pick up around 7 on the play.
And just like that, this crowd has elevated in terms of noise. It has picked up significantly. Damon Head is going to jump back in at running back.
I said it before, Mason's at back. He gets to the hole quick and straight through. Head's the pounder that can get in there and maybe get the first down yardage here on the 3rd and 3.
Crowd over, moves from right to left. Stemler loses the ball. It's picked up by Head. And Head tries all he can, but he's not going to get there. He's going to lose 3 or 4. Stemler had been a little uneasy on the holds, and now Valley has to go for it on 4th down and about 6.
7:24 to go. Our scoreboard camera isn't up right now, so we'll let you know on the time. Still a lot of time here. And so Valley on 4th down.
This isn't for the game by any means, but it's definitely a tough. I don't see why you don't take a shot here. An arm punt is not a terrible idea.
And Valley's got to get in the end zone sometime. So
4th down and 6, 6:51 to go. Stemler back to throw, has time. Stemler fires, intercepted, picked off. Jacob Kruger down the far sideline, cuts it back. Dowling with the big turnover, and they got it deep in Valley territory.
Think about a 45-yard return. Well, Stemler waited and waited.
He tried. He waited as long as he could.
And that's not a bad play if they could tackle him right away, but no, he got blocking and got outside and made a big return. So flips the field. So Dowling right back on the verge of putting this away with 6:32 to go.
Jacob Kruger with a huge interception, and now Dowling gets it with great field position, trying to put this thing away. Cataldo with Davis in the backfield. Davis cuts it right. Davis shedding tacklers and gets upfield, and Valley's defense showing a little bit of wear. 9 yards on the carry on 1st down. And Dowling wants to move quick, as they should.
So that now makes it 2 Dowling fumbles and interception, 1 fumble, 1 interception from Valley.
2nd down and 1. Davis, why not? Feed the hot hand. Davis cuts it outside, and he's brought down, but will have enough for the 1st down.
Momentum just flipped totally back to Dowling there. And they're smelling the end zone maybe here.
Yeah. And they're moving quick. They know.
Not let this Valley defense get gathered up.
I just keep giving it back to Davis. 1st down and 10. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Davis again, just waiting, finding ways to get through.
Where was he, man?
He got all the way inside the 5.
I thought he was tackled in there, and he comes out of the pack.
He gets down to the 2.
Man, a living.
Why not feed the hot hand? 2nd down and 3. Dowling trying to put this thing away. Davis, right side, cuts it back. Goal line, touchdown, Dowling Catholic. Rashad Davis, 2nd touchdown of the night, and that might be the nail in the coffin. All set up by the Jacob Kruger interception, and Dowling Catholic goes down the field and finishes it off 13-0 is your score. We'll see what happens here with the extra point by Schumacher. Snap hold, and the kick is good. Dowling Catholic 14, Valley nothing. Tigers got a rally. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network. Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Dowling Catholic on top of Valley. 14-0 is your score.
Davis with the second TD, a 4-yarder. The first one was a 21-yarder way back on their first drive. The second drive of the game they scored. And then it's been a slog since then until the big interception turnover. Dowling capitalizes.
Yeah, a couple of Valley fans making their way toward the exits. The offense had life, but an interception by Stemler has quieted things back down for Valley's offense. And now a team that has to get 14 points in 5.5 minutes just has not shown a lot of life tonight.
And Stemler, the third quarterback, coming in. And
he's made good throws.
Yeah, he's made some good throws.
Yeah.
That last one, he might have forced it a little bit, but
yeah.
it was fourth down, and you're thinking, hey, you got to go for it because.
But we can't overstate the defenses have been phenomenal tonight.
Valley's
has really impressed me, and
like I said, if he intercepts that and gets knocked down back here, and they got to go clear down the field, it might be a whole other story. But the big return too, of 49 yards, really helped.
Damon Head around the edge. Damon Head making headway, still moving. He's got a first down and more all the way to the 35, and if you're Valley, you're going to go quick.
15-yard pickup.
You got to go the air, though. I don't think you can keep this thing on the ground.
Not for a long time, no, because you got 2 timeouts left and 5:20 to play.
And you got a quarterback who has not played a varsity snap. Stemler back to throw. Fires right in the middle to Craycraft. He's got a first down. I don't know how he's
Don't tell him that because he doesn't know. He's just back there making plays. Yeah.
Throws it into traffic and hits Craycraft. What a throw by Stemler.
Sometimes what you don't know, and you just come out and play, huh?
Man, he has found something here. A reborn confidence. He put the interception out of his mind. He wants to get back going. Stemler back to throw. Fires. Craycraft again.
Dart.
First down. Where has this Valley offense been?
I know, but we haven't seen chunk plays or down the field plays all night, and here they got a couple big ones.
How about Ethan Stemler, the junior quarterback? 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Stemler back to throw. He's got nothing, so he'll roll out to his right, and he will run with it. Stemler upfield and gets upfield to about a 2nd down and 1 opportunity coming up. I was wondering when he was going to use the legs.
Yeah. Well, to his credit, he stood and he's given a lot of time, but
they mark him a little bit further.
He also, the good thing, he got out of bounds, saves the timeout, stops the clock with 4:41.
There's still time. Valley has
there's
2
a lot
timeouts.
of time.
Yeah, you still, you're still there. Dowling's offense really was starting to get going there, but Valley has gone to a no-huddle types offense, and it's working. Stemler, short, caught upfield, bubble screen, gets upfield, first down for Valley, the clock stops.
Well,
that was Jaden Brown.
The whole offense, you get a couple of those big plays, and it just, puts a little juice in you, get you going.
And I can tell you right now, as a defense, there's a couple hands on hips I'm seeing. So it's not easy here for Dowling's defense. First down and 10, under 4.5 to go. Ball is on the ground. Stemler picks it up just in time. That's been an issue, as you expect. You're not used to playing with that center. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
You can't dilly-dally too much, though, with your time.
4 minutes to go in this one. Stemler, back to throw, firing, caught. McGregory upfield. He is going to be near the first down.
And that's the route you want. You get it out of bounds. You get close to the first down.
It'll be 3rd down and 1 upcoming for Valley. 3:57 to go. Again, no clock on our scorebug. We'll keep you updated. 3:57 to go. Oh,
they
there
got
it
it
goes
back. Yep.
Well, don't go away yet. Valley's hanging tight here, trying to get a score to make this thing interesting. Craycraft to McGregory out left. Crown over the tight end to the right. Ball's on the ground. Stemler picks it up. He's going to try to get to the first, and he is not going to get there. It'll be 4th down and 1, and this will be for the game. He didn't even try to pick it up and throw. He said, all right, I missed the snap. I'm going to pick it up and run. And
realizing he only needed a yard, if he could scramble outside and get that.
You almost wonder, do you run here?
Yeah.
It's just 4th and 1, 4th and inches, if anything. I just wonder if you go to the quarterback or the running back, Darius Mason.
Well, Head's not in there, but Mason, he's a good guy to go straight ahead.
4th and 1 for the ball game. Mason. No, it was kept by Stemler. And this one's going to be over. Stemler took a hard hit in the backfield. Big number 45 for Dowling. Ian Middleton with the play, and Dowling might have just sealed it. I don't know if it was read option or if they just didn't get the play off, but Dowling had it read the entire way.
Yeah, because Mason went right up in there. Nobody went for him at all. They just went right back, and it was a quarterback sandwich, and Stemler got up groggy.
Man.
But there's another little side story to this whole Valley Dowling with Stemler coming in and driving him up the field. They took it at the 20. And
if Jewel can't go, or next week, I definitely think we might have a quarterback battle on our hands between Willett and Stemler. So Dowling trying to put this thing away. Cataldo with the quarterback keeper. He'll get upfield for about 7. We'll see if Valley uses their timeouts here. What a ball game tonight. Two very talented teams. Valley's offense going to have to go back to the drawing board a little bit, but positives on that last drive.
Yeah, it took him. Stemler obviously got the passing game lit up and was hitting the receivers.
There are positives here for both teams. Dowling's offense still not great. Cataldo wasn't phenomenal in the air, but Rashad Davis has stayed resilient on the ground as this clock will continue to tick down. Valley's not using their timeouts. Davis bounces it out to the right side. First down and more.
Running hard, and then we didn't hear much from Davis after that score, the start, but then he really notched it up when they got it down there again on the second score to kind of put it out of reach, and he started running hard. But credit Valley defense. They bottled him up pretty good for quite a while.
Coach Swenson has taken his headset off, so I don't think he has any other plans tonight, as I believe he's calling in the dogs. 2:12 remaining here. 2:10, 2:09. Our clock's a little off. 12 seconds on the play clock. Dowling will continue to milk this thing down, and it'll be a 2-0 start to the season for the Maroons. It wasn't pretty. Davis continues to find a couple lanes.
Now, Valley's going to go 0-2, but with a couple performances that weren't horrible.
Yeah.
It's
reminiscent of last year.
Yeah, it is a little bit of last year, where they started out, and then then you got Johnston coming up next. These first 3 games are against really good opponents. And you hope you come out of there with a win on one of them. The first 2 you fight hard. And then,
Dowling,
of course, injuries too.
Yeah, but Dowling Catholic will get Ankeny next. Ankeny, last time we checked, not doing well against Southeast Polk. It was 35-7. Dowling's schedule, I tell you what, it is favorable to go undefeated. Waukee Northwest, then after that, then they go at Roosevelt, at Centennial, and then home against Urbandale and home against Sioux City North. They get Southeast Polk. They do have to go to Southeast Polk, so that's another big one that will circle. But, it just it's looked pretty good for Dowling. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. 1:08 to go. They call a timeout.
With Valley, they've got Johnston, and then things, I think, get a little easier, don't they?
Check on Valley here.
Try to remember. Well, no, they still got to go to Waukee. I know that, and because I'll have that game in a couple weeks. But
check on that real quick, trying to pull it up. So they go to Johnston next week, home against Waukee, home against Ames, home against Northwest, or at Waukee, excuse me, and then at Waterloo West, home against Ankeny, and at Marshalltown to finish the season. So Marshalltown lost last night to Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Cedar Rapids Jefferson, by the way, very cool story. Hadn't won a game since 2019. They're 2-0 to start the season. Very cool to see Cedar Rapids Jefferson doing that. Always love to see that. 1:08 to go. Dowling trying to finish this thing out. A defensive battle. Not a lot of offense. but a pretty good game overall. Davis with the carry. Continues to add stats to his rushing attack. They're going to have to run about one more play, and this thing will be over. But, like we said, positives from Valley. The defense was there. Dowling, couple, I wouldn't say there's a lot of question marks for Dowling. I think Cataldo will get into his own, and I think Dowling's going to be fine. But I don't know. You just look at things statistically. Valley only lost to Southeast Polk by 6, and then you're just you're like, well, what are we looking at here?
A late score here against Dowling, and they're down 14-0. Yeah, so, but what did they score what was that first?
Dowling scored 38-21 against Kennedy. So.
And then what did Valley score against?
18.
Polk 18?
24-18. So.
18, they did score here, but so.
Well, Valley will not have 2 in a row. The Maroons get revenge from last year's loss at the Unidome, and the Maroons have now won 8 out of the last 11. Dowling takes this round of Dowling versus Valley. 14-0 is your final score. Good game all across the board. The defenses showed out. 2 very talented programs. Dar, you couldn't ask for more. It's about what we expected in a Dowling Valley game.
They go at each other hard, and when one team looks like it's starting to push ahead a little bit, boom, the other team comes right back, counter punches, and Dowling a little better position, starting out 2-0. Valley's got to regroup, work on some things, figure out how to get a little more offense going. Dowling, you said had a few things to work out, but it's a lot more fun working it out when you get 2-0 than when you're 0-2.
We hope for the best for Caleb Jewell, Valley's quarterback. We hope it's nothing too serious. If it is something that he can't come back, well, it was a good night across the board for Valley's quarterbacks, trying to get in rhythm with Ethan Stemler, the big standout, and Trevor Willett as well. So we'll keep an eye on how those things roll. It's a final here from Valley Stadium in Dowling Valley. 14-0. Dowling Catholic defeats the West Des Moines Valley Tigers. For Blake Walker, Dar Danielson, we appreciate everyone for watching. We will see you next week. Thank you for watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.